going live. You're live.
We are live.
Oh, let me share on Discord once again.
Bada bang.
Sorry, I forgot.
Bada motherfucking bang.
A lot of people hit us up from the Discord, so I got to make sure I shout us out on there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, man.
You know I'm sizzling.
Hey, yeah, man. You know what I mean, man.
Oh, I need to get a you know what I'm sizzling drop.
You know what I'm saying, bro. Kicking it like, hanging out like monkeys, kicking it like donkeys.
Hell yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. Motherfucker, you know what I do. You know what I do, dude.
Okay, ready?
I am.
All right, go ahead, hit it.
Is it the end of the world?
Yes.
It is the end.
Please work.
And it's also the beginning of a brand new, solid juggalo world for us all to enjoy.
What's up, my peeps? How you doing? Welcome. This is Deck One Dealt. My name is Kyle, aka Keezie, if you like.
Hello, I'm Carver Law, guys. Y'all.
We've got a lot of practice doing our intro today.
How is everybody? How's everybody doing? Hopefully this works.
So, you know, we're keeping it Keebler. We're just here on Deck One Dealt, ready to fucking drop some knowledge, you know? We just be keeping it Keebler. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm sizzling?
We just want to keep it Keebler.
Just keeping it Keebler. Keeping it Keebler. Violent J, the country singer, Justin Manny, was up. Two of my favorite peeps right there in the comments.
This is reserved Carver because I don't know if this is going to work, so I'm just not giving anything yet.
Yeah, you don't want to fucking give them all, give it your all. Oh, Justin Manny says it's like it's an 8K now. I love it.
Don't
get your hopes up.
get my hopes up, guys.
So the viewers of this will not know because I will have deleted all the other streams. But this is the fourth fucking time we've tried this shit today. So we're struggling over here.
Damn, Tina.
I know, man. Tina fucking updated OBS when we didn't need it. Fucked everything up.
Fuck them.
All right, man. Well, let's get down to business. Let's get down to brass tacks. You fuck wolf. You want to get down to brass tacks?
I do, actually.
All right. You know what? I want to put a call out to all juggalos of this show. All right, man. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. I want to put a call out. I was thinking about Violent J, the country singer. He moved from Manhattan to somewhere else in New York.
Oh yeah.
Props to him. He actually moved to my homeboy Scott's hometown.
Oh yeah. Okay. Where at?
Rochester, I think.
Okay.
Nevertheless,
what street? What's the address?
232 fuck wolf. It's near the high school. You know, even when I fill shit out online and like I don't want to put my real address, I'll put 232 fuck off lane or whatever.
Love it. I love it.
But no, I didn't mean to put his business out there, but it's on Discord. You know, the reason I'm putting that out there is because it got me thinking about our chat with Violent J, the country singer, and how I believe during that chat I asked him if he knew about some New York comedians.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking it's been in my crawl about those comedians, just because I think that the juggalos and comedy world needs to mesh more. Okay,
What do you mean? You're speaking gibberish.
I mean, this is purely speculation, but I think if juggalos got hip to a lot of these cool like comics out there, there could be a really fun bond between the juggalo world and the comedy world. I know I'm getting pretty out there right now with what I'm saying, and we didn't discuss this.
Stupid ass.
But I think that there is a connection to be made between hilarious, cool comics and juggalos.
Like funny, like chuckling,
yes,
or funny, like you know. Or you know, you got the chuckle, but is it or is it funny like, you know, like
well, that one they're not laughing.
yeah, but you know.
That one they're cheering. So I want funny like chuckling.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, yes, Justin Manning, I'm talking about Big J and Luis J. Gomez specifically. The Legion of Skanks, all right? So there's a podcast out there called the Legion of Skanks, which consists of 3 guys: Luis J. Gomez, Big J. Okerson, and Dave Smith.
Okay.
Dave Smith's a not Republican. He's a libertarian, guy, like really into politics and shit. He's a very funny guy.
Those fucking libertarians.
But that's besides
Hey,
the point.
guess what, libertarians? You know what else? You know what else is in the middle of the road? Roadkill.
That's true.
Okay? Pick a fucking side.
So, so the Legion of Skanks often call their fans juggalos, just because it's the kind of that's the kind of crowd they attract legitimately. Like, it's a juggalo type of crowd.
Okay.
They're very raunchy. They put themselves out there as being like the most offensive podcast on earth. They freely drop N-bombs and F-bombs.
No.
Et cetera and so forth.
No.
Yeah. So, but it's funny.
No.
No.
Okay?
Is there an explosion on? So, Marky Tito's said they have a juggalo intern named Mike or something, which I didn't know he was a juggalo. But listen, this is my whole pitch, okay? I'm not trying to get deep into this, but I feel like there is a connection to be made between the Legion of Skanks and juggalos. And the whole team of New York comedian type guys over there.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be more enmeshment, more juggalos talking to comedians, more comedians talking to juggalos, more embracing of both. Because I say this as someone who is, I'm a self-described comedy nerd, okay? I consume a lot of comedy content.
Yeah, I know you have. You always have.
I consume more comedy content than I do juggalo content.
You always have. You've always been big into comedy.
Very big into it. And I would love to see the juggalos embrace the Legion of Skanks, because I think it's an easy door to the. And I don't mean juggalos are into dropping N-bombs and F-bombs. They might be, but obviously that the anti-bigotry is big into juggalos.
Yeah.
The Legion of Skanks aren't bigots. They just think it's funny to say that shit, and I do too. I think it's funny to drop F-bombs. I think it's funny to drop N-bombs in context.
I mean, in the end, it's all about freedom of speech.
Exactly.
Right.
And that's what's great about the Legion of Skanks is they're kind of like some it's like some juggalo shit. They're doing
You say it on your own terms. You say it on your own merit. You know, your own discretion.
Yes.
You might say something and someone's going, someone might end up killing you for it. But hey, still, it's freedom of speech.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of shit for it. But what's great is they've already gotten kicked off of YouTube and everything, and they have their own streaming site called Gas Digital where they do all these podcasts and shit. There's a bunch of podcasts on there that I listen to.
Yeah.
That whole world is just ripe for the taking for juggalos to be injected into it.
My question is here, which Singer gladly remarks aside what I'm about to say. Oh, I should say his remark goes exactly with what I'm about to say. Are juggalos that funny? Do they really understand comedy like that?
No, but here's my rebuttal to that. I don't think most people are funny.
Yeah, most people are not.
So it's not just juggalos, but I think juggalos are funnier and have a better sense of humor than most people. I will say that.
I think juggalos are very open-minded to laugh at whatever.
Yes, and that's what I mean.
They're quick to go they're quick to just go whatever.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's what I mean.
But are they understanding it?
I think so. I think
Okay.
and this kind of humor that I think appeals to me is and I consider myself to be a relatively smart guy, but I'm very, very entertained by very dumb humor.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me as well.
I fucking love it. And I think most juggalos are. And that's ICP is kind of they're in that same groove as far as the humor goes.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I think ICP, especially in the early days, or I would say the late 90s, early 2000s, they had their comedy lane to a T. They perfected it.
Yes.
And they were really, really, really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very easy to understand.
Yeah.
And that's, and I think that was the deal.
Well, and that's what's great about stuff like there's podcasts out there like Legion of Skanks, which are I mean, they're doing that comedy just on a podcast where they're professional people that are funny, like just saying it's just quip after quip and quick thinking after, it's just saying the funniest thing you can literally think of in the moment off the top of your head. And you got Big J Okerson, which I would argue is the best in the world at that.
Okay,
he's incredible, dude. He's probably the funniest motherfucker out there right now. I went and saw him live a couple weeks ago. Actually, might have been between the last show and now.
Okay.
And just me and my wife sat front row, like loved it. I loved every fucking minute. That guy.
Did he fuck with you?
No, thankfully he does do that. He's known for crowd work. He did not fuck with us, thankfully.
Okay.
I think me and my wife are plain enough to not really draw the attention. There was a guy with a big beard and a pregnant lady up front. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna.
You're pregnant, don't go to a comedy show, please.
But listen. The whole point I'm bringing up, and the reason I mention this is that I want juggalos to reach out to these kind of podcasts and like let them know like they're fucking cool. Like let them know like juggalos are listening. We are of the same team. We're on the same fucking team.
Now, here's what I think's funny. I think it's pretty funny to do callbacks when funny people that used to be really funny and used to be really edgy start censoring themselves.
Yeah, like
because of
Joe Rogan,
because of woke comedy, because of the wokeness.
Yeah,
ICP has done that. Jay has done that himself.
Yeah,
or he at least claims that he acknowledges what he used to do.
Sure,
which funny enough, Twiztid really hasn't. Has Twiztid gone out and acknowledged, yeah, we used to say stupid shit. We used to say the N-word.
No, I've never heard them talk about that.
As where I've heard Jay say that, yeah, I used to be I used to say the F, the F word, and I used to be, I used to be bad with that. Is that just me, or is that right? I've seen Jay and Shaggy kind of acknowledge what they used to do and how fucked up it is, as to where I don't really I haven't seen Twiztid do it.
I think that Twiztid definitely should acknowledge it. In 2022, for them not to have acknowledged the fact that they dropped N-bombs all over their fucking music for 10 years.
And F-bombs.
And
and homophobic stuff.
Like, I think at the very...
Jay has acknowledged his homophobia in the past.
And I would think that this day and age, it's probably a good idea for them to at least acknowledge it and say something. Yes. But that said, I think that I mean that gets away from my point about the comedy, because I think that almost like makes it what I'm saying not valid, because if they were to go like I guess what I'm comparing it to is I don't think the podcast like Legion of Skanks, I don't think they should apologize.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Like I don't like I think it's funny to call out these people who have acknowledged their past and think it's all bad, and just be like, remember when you used to say this?
I see.
And they get you know what I mean? Like I think that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I think that's funny too, but I think it's a little like almost sad, like if somebody is like so in their feelings about that it like affects them, like
I think it does for a lot of people.
Like, cause me personally, like I like to think I'm fairly woke, like in general, like in the general sense. Like I try not to drop F slurs and I don't drop N bombs. Not that I ever did. I'm truly like I mean randomly like when saying a joke or something.
Yeah, I never did because I didn't care.
I dropped it quite a bit on my last podcast when we would rap lyrics, like we would give each other lyrics to rap. He would give me lyrics like with M-bomb, and I would complain every time, like, "Ah."
Yeah, what are we supposed to do? Okay, if we're that's the thing. Hey, woke people out there. Okay, this is my question to you. If I'm reciting a verse, do I censor myself when the N-word comes up?
See,
do I go
5 years ago? I would have said no. Now I think you should. I think it's probably
really?
a good. Yeah,
you think you should?
I do. The climate's changed.
I can tell you what, right now, I ain't censoring myself when I'm in my car.
No, I don't either. I say it in front of my kids in the car when I'm rapping a song.
I don't give a. I really don't care.
I'm saying, yeah, and like I actually had I know we're getting off my original topic, but I had a conversation with the kids like about that one time, and I was like about the using the N-word, obviously its place in history and yada yada. We've covered all that. My kids are extra woke. That's just how kids are these days, So imagine their surprise when I said, "Hey, watch this," N-bomb, hard R in the car.
How
and
much-
they're like,
How much you want to bet? Like,
I was like, what? Do you wait, hold on. I said, do you think less of me now that I said that? Like, what do you think about me saying that?
they hate you now.
No, they were like, they both, or whoever was, they looked at me like, oh, really?
Did you tell them there's no internet around recording you?
Yeah.
You're okay.
I told them, I said, does that make me a bad person? You know me. Does that make me a bad person, me saying that? They said, no. I said, you know why I'm
Good.
saying it, right?
Thank God they have common sense.
Yeah, I said, you know why I'm saying it in the context, right? And they said, yes. I said, you've never heard me say that in a mean manner, though, have you? No, of course not. So, all that aside, like there is, there's power in those words, and obviously we don't want to give.
By the way,
give them power, but
on that topic, I don't want to hear somebody say cracker with the hard R, by the way. Cracker, okay? We are crackers. What up, my cracker?
Yes, thank you.
No more hard R.
I'm glad someone said it.
Gotcha.
My point is, there is a different context though with rapping. White guys saying it and rapping, I think, is worse than a few comedians saying it on a comedy podcast. There's a difference of that.
But here's one of the things, and this is going to be a Twiztid thing. This is going to be not Twiztid the band, but the group. But this is going to be hard to follow. When you're white and you rap, you're allowed to say a bunch of things that are like the black, are almost taken from the black culture. Like you're allowed to put on the slangs, and you're allowed to, you know what I mean, kind of talk like a black guy, right?
Yes.
Now people will be like, "Oh, well, that's not talking like a black guy. That's just where you're from.
That's urban.
That's just where you're from, man. That's just where you're
That's
from."
the streets, man. He's from the streets.
But back in the day, we used to say you're talking. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Back in the day, when you try,
We literally called it ebonics.
when you rap,
They don't say that shit no more.
When you rapped in a certain way, you'd be like, "Man, you're trying to sound black." Okay, whatever. We didn't care that much about it. The only thing you
Yes.
couldn't say is the N word.
Yes, you're
if
right.
you were a white dude, you don't say the N word.
Correct.
I mean, if we're allowed to say everything else, you know what I mean? And then it gets to the N word, even with the A.
It's just a matter of why are you saying it?
That's what I'm saying. But if you look at videos online, black people are cool with it. As long as you're a certain type of white
Yes.
person, you're allowed to say it.
If you are from the streets or you lived that lifestyle, it's
what
okay. You get your pass.
But what if you are from the streets, but you didn't adopt that kind of talk? Because I've met people like that too. I've met white guys that were literally raised in the hood and didn't adopt that kind of talk.
I think that's admirable. I think that that's keeping it real to themselves rather than because anyone who adopts that kind of persona, at some point you make a decision to do that. You know what I mean? You make a decision to start being this way, and like I know this is just how I'm. Everyone who's around me, so I'm just falling in line. You're falling in line with what you're. Aware of.
You'll talk with the accent regardless because that's what you're raised around.
Yeah, I do that. Like when I talk to like my hood friends, it'll just slip out.
You're going to talk with the accent, but I'm saying even if you're raised with a hood and you're around a lot of people that talk with the accent, the hood accent, and it's different. The East Coast has their kind of hood accent, the South has their kind of hood. The West Coast has their kind of hood accent. But you'll adopt that if you're around it.
Of course,
regardless.
Yeah. I agree.
So, that there's no problem.
But you can consciously leave out the N-word.
Yeah, there's
all
no
the time.
problem there. There's no problem there with the pronunciations and the accents.
I think
But it's the words you choose.
I'll say this. I cringe and have cringed anytime I've ever heard a white person say the N-word. Anytime.
Me too.
Even if they're from the streets.
Until this day, I've never heard ICP or Eminem say it.
Nope.
Actually, take that
He said,
back.
"The fuck you up for saying the word."
I've
cuts it
heard
out.
Eminem. Eminem said it. Eminem actually made a song about
I've heard
black
those.
girls.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, that was like one of those things that got cut from like Infinite or some shit back in the day.
Yeah, and he actually got they uncovered that back in the early 2000s, but the woke culture wasn't up then.
But even in context, it wasn't even like offensive.
Yeah,
it really was.
He was just talking about how they were like, what was that song? He was just
I
talking
don't
about how they
remember.
were fucking him over.
Yeah, I think so.
I
But
think that-
it wasn't even racist.
Yeah,
it was
no.
racist because
Yeah.
he said the N-word. That's it.
But to this day, Eminem and ICP have not said it.
So that said,
I've never heard Kid Rock say it either. ICP has said that he's gone around using racial slurs, but I've never heard him in his music say it.
I haven't either. But that said, like all that said, Twiztid did make the conscious decision to say it. They might be the only.
So did Blaze.
You're right. They might be the only white rappers I've ever heard actually say it.
Yeah, I've never
Even listen to like Paul Wall and shit. I've never heard him say it.
Yeah.
He has. Maybe somebody could correct me. But I'm just like, and I mentioned him because he's like an urban streets kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh damn, you are right. Justin Manny, Kid Rock said on Carnage. You're
wow. How did we lose? How did we miss that? You're right.
You're absolutely right. And how did I miss that? And I've heard that song a million fucking times. I completely forgot. In his music, I've never heard him say it.
Yeah.
But on that song, he said, I'm wondering why.
So it was obvious.
Was he saying it back then? In those,
I think it was probably just in his vernacular.
In his early releases?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then by the time he released his debut album,
Devil Without a Cause.
Yeah, he was done with it. But, yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And why did ICP let... It just shows you. ICP didn't give a fuck. They didn't say it, but they didn't care if somebody else said it, as long as they got their verse.
Yeah, because even like they were on Juggalo Anthem, and where he says "Killers kick the anthem." Violent J made the conscious decision to say "Killers kick the anthem" like this. You know,
they knew it wasn't right to say, yet they still signed and let people say it on their album.
And that's admirable of them. Like that speaks to who they know who they are as a character, and they know that. And by the way, I know that Twiztid and Blaze probably didn't mean anything by it. Like I think they're probably decent people, like regardless of that. You know, I don't think that's enough to say. I don't even think they were ever racist. Like it wasn't even like that. I think that was just how they talked, and they put it down like that on their records too. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, it's not flying, but should they say something? Probably. They don't. I don't think they do it anymore. I don't think either of them have done it in years. I think that shows that they're aware and conscious of it.
Justin Manny says, I'd bet everything ICP used to casually say it, just not in their songs. Who didn't, though?
I mean, you mean just like...
I knew everybody. Dude,
do you mean just saying it with an A or saying it like in a racist way?
Maybe with an A.
Yeah, I mean, I just
say with an A.
I definitely, like, in the past have said it in a racist way because that's how like people talked back then.
I've heard the whitest Karen suburban chicks say it with an A.
Yeah. No, like they just say like blah blah blah, whatever. You know, they just say it like in their fucking around.
I've heard like literally the people you would never expect say it. So I wouldn't doubt if they've said it, but to go and make a conscious effort to never say it in your music your entire 30-year career, that's something to hold up to.
Yeah, I agree. Now that said, ICP's dropped a slew of F slurs.
Well, who didn't?
Dude, I still say it.
Who didn't?
Still call
like I okay, when I said the F word, okay? When I said the F word, I was never referring to somebody who was homosexual. It was referring to somebody who I thought was a complete piece of shit.
Who's acting like a bitch.
And I get that. Homosexual people, gay people go, well, like, yeah, you're using that word to describe someone who's a complete piece of shit. So you're equating that word to homosexuality.
I get that.
And I get it. But
you know, we grew up in the fucking 90s.
Yeah, you got to understand. I had a gay uncle, and I thought he was the coolest motherfucker I ever knew. Yeah. Okay? I knew gay people in school who kind of like never said they were gay, but they were real flamboyant, and they were cool, and everybody loved them. You know, everybody loved them because of that.
Of course. They were lovable. Gay people are lovable.
You know what I mean? When I grew up, people didn't care about that. People liked gay people.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean?
I never met like really anyone who was like actually like anti-homo.
Yeah, I never met that, but the F word was just used to call someone a bitch.
Yeah.
You're a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's another word to call it.
Next, you know what? Next, actual bitches are going to start getting upset. We won't be able to say bitch, dude.
I know, man.
Eventually the day will come where we won't be able to say bitch. Doesn't that suck? We won't be able to say fucker because they're like, I fuck too. You can't call people fuckers. I fuck.
I
fuck mothers even. You can't call me a mother.
Well, guess what? Okay, if you're gonna say a wigger, take away the hard R and say we bro. All right, I'm done with hearing this shit. Cracker, take away the hard R. Cracker.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm your cracker.
All right. You know, I wanted to get it out there about just to wrap it up. Legion of Skanks, they're rife for the juggalo taking. That's all I'm saying, man. They even have they have a rapper now. His name's Crack Amico, who makes like rap songs about
Cracker.
Crack Amico is his name.
Amico, nice.
And because there's a comedian named Zach Amico that he's making fun of. But Crack Amico makes very dope rap songs about like the comedy world and shit. And he's performing at they have a festival called Skank Fest and shit. Juggalos could be all over this, man. It's ripe for the taking. Juggalos and Legion of Skanks in that world need to be enmeshed. And someone needs to make it happen, and I'm calling for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We definitely need some better comedy acts at the gathering. And that one
They had Charlie Murphy.
Well, yeah, but that was how long ago was that?
That was like 2003 or 02.
That was so long ago. But this year,
there was no comedy.
No, there was a dude doing at the MC contest.
What's that?
He was doing
at the MC I see.
He was at the MC contest. I think it was hosting.
Was it the Clownvis or
No,
was it?
It wasn't Clownvis.
Or that other clown guy?
It was just a regular dude. He was doing like just stupid dad jokes.
I mean, we can get actual professional comedians to embrace the Juggalo world, man. It can happen.
Yeah, man. I think I'm pretty good at comedy. I think I'm pretty good at understanding comedy.
Yeah, sure.
Give me someone who's a little more than just dad jokes,
dude. But watch Big J Okerson, Legion of Skanks guys. You'll be in for a treat. There's one of the New York comics. His name's Sam Morrill. He just has a new comedy special got put on Netflix like last week. It's fucking hilarious. I usually don't laugh out loud at comedy specials these days anymore. That shit had me laughing out loud for real.
Watching too much comedy, or you're watching shitty comedy.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of comedy, and I'll say it's funny without laughing. You know, I'll be like, that one was hilarious and never have laughed once. Sam Morrill's made me actually. I'm not even a huge fan of Sam Morrill, but his shit was hilarious.
You know what makes me laugh? It's not the jokes.
It's the delivery and like the persona.
It's the person. It's like
Louis C.K.
Well, Louis C.K.'s funny. But someone like Jim Carrey who's a rubber-faced fucking just
goofy guy?
Goofy motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like my favorite comic of all time is Pablo.
Yeah, you do like that guy.
Pablo Francisco. I fucking love anybody check him out. Pablo Francisco. He's got two cult classic stand-ups.
He does the movie voice guy.
He does the movie voice guy. He can do everything. And he intertwines all his shit together so seamlessly.
He's a true pro.
He is fucking funny. And he really is a cokehead. So this is one of the reasons why he's so funny. He's a cokehead. So, you know, he gets fucking ripped, goes on stage, and just does not stop the entire fucking time. He's sweating. He's wiping his sweat off. And it's just... Sorry, my phone's going off. But Pablo Francisco, check him out.
He is
fucking
funny.
Great. He's really fucking bad now on drugs, so he hasn't really done anything good in like years.
Dude, Dice would have been the perfect Juggalo comic back in the day.
Yeah, Dice.
Honestly, that's like that's the shit I'm talking about. Like Legion of Skanks are doing what Dice did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just being filthy and offensive for the fuck of it, and it's hilarious. Dice is the creator. Well, him and Sam Kinison created that shit.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I also like very quick comedy where they're not telling a big story, but it's just like a little quick story with a joke that's like a smart joke that goes over your head real quick.
Yeah. Yes.
And you're just kind of like, wait.
Like Mitch Hedberg type shit.
Mitch Hedberg.
Mark Normand is the best at doing that these days.
Yeah.
His whole set is just like punch, 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 punch. Check him out, man. He's another New York comic.
Yeah, I like a lot of times if you're not the right comic, I don't want to sit and listen to you tell stories.
Yep, I feel that. One of the best storytelling comics is Bert Kreischer. Like as far as he has the famous machine story if you've never seen it, but Bert he's a great storytelling comic. But we're getting into the weeds.
Wait, hold on. We're forgetting the greatest.
Who?
Amy Schumer.
Right? I mean, for what it's worth, I kind of liked Amy Schumer until she kind of just got like, I mean, her shit just kind of became like cookie cutter type shit. I watched
stand Amy Schumer.
I watched her show and everything, man. I did like her back in the day, but you know, because she was raunchy and didn't give a fuck. Like she was like that, but she just kind of like got corporate, you know.
Yep.
They just got to that point.
Absolutely, man.
But I like all kinds of comics. I like clean comics. Nate Bargatze, I love him. I like weird comics. Dimitri Martin.
What was the Hot Pockets comic?
That's Jim Gaffigan. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
he's clean.
Funny. Yeah, he's clean.
Yep.
He's funny.
I love Jim Gaffigan.
Funny.
He's a fucking true professional, man. Check all these guys out, man. Like The Juggalo world and comedy world should be bigger. That's all I'm saying. Like, Juggalos love funny shit. ICP are comic rappers, if you ask me.
Oh yeah. By the way, check out it for any. Since we're on the topic of comics, check out Kyle Dunnigan. Kyle Dunnigan, I don't know, does stand up, but he has a channel on YouTube that is absolutely
He does
hilarious.
he does the filters and
yes.
shit. Yes.
I fucking love
He's a
that
funny guy.
I love that
He does
guy.
Trump and all kinds of shit.
Yeah, he does Trump. He does everybody. I love. He's hilarious. Kyle Dunnigan.
Another one, good one, Shane Gillis. He does a great Trump, and he has a free YouTube special that came out last year. He's not a political comic. He's like his comedy is for dumb people, but I love it. He's so fucking funny, dude. Like, go watch that shit. He rolls with the Legion of Skanks guys too.
Yeah, I've seen this guy.
Shane,
yeah, he is.
Who,
funny.
Shane Gillis?
Yeah.
He actually was supposed to be on SNL and got fired before he even debuted because he made like Asian jokes on his podcast. So he got canceled, but now he's like more famous than he's ever been for after that shit. He's touring the country, doing specials.
Oh, yeah.
He's got his own YouTube channel that
If a
is
comic gets
super loved.
If I find out a comic gets canceled, I immediately check them out.
Yeah.
They're the first ones I check out.
My favorite, right? Another good one, right? Because you said that, Tony Hinchcliffe. He does a show called Kill Tony, which I've probably mentioned before. It's on every Monday live, or it used to be live. It's now like 2 weeks out. But my point is, his whole show is he gives random people. He pulls them out of a bucket. They sign up. He pulls them out of a bucket, and they get to do 1 minute of comedy. And then he roasts them the whole time.
I've seen this guy. Yeah.
I haven't. He does the show every Monday for the past like 10 years.
He's been on Joe Rogan.
Yes, he's one of Joe Rogan's boys. Joe Rogan's on his show all the time.
Yeah.
That show. I'm not kidding you. I never miss it. If you want to be hip to the shit I'm watching, watch Kill Tony, man. I watch it every fucking Monday night. It's so great. It'll teach you about comedy. You'll get to see professionals at work doing what they do best. It's so fucking good, man. I love it. I know this ain't a comedy podcast, but I wanted to give props to some comedy podcasts because Juggalos and comedy podcasts should be more enmeshed. Stop watching dumb shit like Radio Lab and NPR and listen to dumb fucking fictional podcasts. Listen to some funny ass motherfuckers just be funny, and your life will improve. I can guarantee it.
Well, yeah, they fucking tell the truth, man.
It's just truth in a funny way, and they don't give a fuck, man.
If you're not like a corporate comedian, you'll tell the truth.
Preach.
And you get it so quick.
Yep.
You don't need like to hear a big fucking story. You just get the truth so quick.
Yep.
Or you'll at least get their perception of the truth, and they'll make it funny.
Absolutely. That's all comedy is, man. It's saying the shit you already know in a funny way. Marky Tito's, check out Danny Brown podcast. I did see Danny Brown had a podcast. He rolls with the Your Mom's House guys, which is Tom Segura, Christina, another hilarious comedy duo. But Danny Brown's on their network now with Dr. Drew. There's a podcast with Bird on there too. All kinds of shit. But I haven't actually watched Danny Brown's podcast, but I'm sure it's funny. I like him. He's been on Kill Tony a few times. One of the times he literally ruined the show. He wouldn't shut the fuck up. It's like a classic time. The next time he came on, he apologized and was the shit. He was so funny and on. Then the third time he came on, ruined the show again.
Wow.
He just got drunk and fucking wouldn't shut up. But good. He's a good guy.
Yeah. Well,
I could talk about that shit all day. So
I could talk about it all
to.
day. I was looking for him the whole time because I forgot his name. But there is a guy. He's kind of one of these canceled comedians. He brings politics into it, but he's not really one side or the other. He just makes fun of everything.
Who?
Tyler Fisher.
Oh, okay. Never heard of him.
You've never heard of him.
Mm-mm.
Dude, he literally has one of the funniest stand-ups I've ever seen.
All right,
it's
I'll watch it.
Free on YouTube.
I will watch that. Tyler
He put
Fisher.
it free on
I'll make a
YouTube
note.
because he has Tyler Fisher. He's really short. He's got a long beard, and one of the most hilarious people I've ever seen.
What did he get canceled for?
I don't think he really got canceled for anything. He just got blacklisted. He'll never be put on anything.
Like what did he do?
Because he makes fun of Biden and he makes fun of leftist shit.
Okay.
But he also makes fun of Trump.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, he makes fun of everything.
Dude, listen, nothing's off limits as long as
Yeah.
it's fucking funny. That's it. All it has to be is funny.
The problem is corporate. The corporate world is owned by leftists. The far left shit. So if
Jews,
there's
just say Jews.
if there's something they don't like, they're going to fucking cancel it, and they're gonna blacklist it. But yeah, we'll say whatever. We'll say what he said.
But no, for real, I would check that out. I mean,
Cat Williams is funny too. Yes, Cat Williams.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
I love all this shit. I love it.
Cat Williams went through a hard spell, but man, the last couple years he's been back pretty hard.
I haven't seen anything Cat Williams has done, and since he like probably had his hard time, so I don't know. I haven't really kept up on him. I was more of an Eddie Griffin guy back in the day.
Eddie Griffin, yeah, I like Cat Williams, man. Check out, but yeah, check out Tyler Fisher. He's in one of those New York comics.
I will check that out. Seriously, I've
he's
never
a
heard
New
of him,
York
though.
comic, dude. He's one of these like underground New York comics that is really fucking funny.
I'll peep him, man.
Check him out.
I'll say, I think Big J, Louis J. Gomez, and Dave Smith, all 3 Legion of Skanks, have free specials on YouTube too. I just want to throw that out there. If people do want to see like the kind of shit I'm talking about, and their podcast ain't on YouTube no more because they got literally like canceled. But you can probably find clips or whatever. But
all right. Well, anyway, let's move.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on.
You ready to move on? Okay, let's
Let me get a drink.
We will move on from the fucking comedy talk. Yeah, go ahead. Give me some. But you know what? The price is wrong, bitch. Because right now, we got another fucking topic for you juggalos. You know what I'm saying?
DJ Slug said Paul Mooney.
Motherfucker, what's going? Yeah, man.
Paul Mooney, I think he's I never was a fan of Paul Mooney. I think he's just like, I think he's racist for the sake of being racist, so I never got into him.
No, man, look, man. If you a juggalo, man.
He was funny on Chappelle's show.
If you a juggalo, man, you gotta like juggalo comedy, man. Fuck all this shit. You gotta like juggalos, okay? You gotta like Twiztid, man. You gotta like the old shit, bro.
Hey,
and if you don't like, if you don't know the old shit, you ain't no juggalo, bro.
Keeping it real. Keeping it Keebler.
You ain't no juggalo, so fuck off, man.
Hey, if y'all want to continue talking comedy, hit me up in Discord. I'll talk comedy with you all fucking day. All right, man. What do you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, Coolio died. Rest in peace.
Oh
Coolio.
yeah, man. Rip Juggalo. He's a Juggalo icon.
Coolio, man. Oh my god,
Man, he was only like 57 or some shit, man.
Was it hardship?
They said I didn't even see like the official thing. Maybe a Juggalo could shed light, but it said that he was just found. He was visiting a friend, and he just like died in his bathroom.
Damn.
I mean, to me, sounds like drugs. Sounds like drugs.
It's like wrestlers, dude, dying and shit
know,
in
man.
the fucking hotel rooms.
Fucking Coolio, man. What a legend. I mean, Gangsta's Paradise, like, remember we talked a week or two about how some songs are just like, they scratch your brain, right? We talk about songs scratching your brain, but Gangsta's Paradise is one of those songs that scratch everyone's brain.
But you know, really, who was the star of Gangsta's Paradise was who sang the hook.
You're right. That dude made it. You're right. But as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I mean, that fucking line, like his performance on that song is really like incredible.
The video was great.
The video was great. Like the I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Like just dude, him like I realize there's nothing like he's performing. He's not just rapping. I've been blah 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 for so long that even my mama is my mama. You know, he's like putting on a fucking show behind the mic, bro.
Yeah, he was good, man.
That song, I mean, I don't even know much about the rest of Coolio's catalog, but it's irrelevant.
That's all he needed.
That's all he needed,
man. All he needed was to make that one hit, man.
That song was enough for him to be a cultural icon for eternity.
Dude, that song reached suburban white girls, you know what I mean, and made them understand the hood.
Exactly.
Because you know Michelle Pfeiffer in the movie and everything. You know? But,
I mean, it was such a fucking cult, like timeless classic.
He had an album called "Better Make a Left."
Okay.
It was called. I think it was called "Better Make a Left."
Was he on the tricycle on that?
He was on, maybe. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was.
I remember him doing that in the video for Fantastic Voyage, right?
Yeah, Fantastic Voyage. I love that fucking song.
Yeah, that's all. Here, let's play
that song, man.
We're gonna get copyrighted for that, but fuck it, man. It's worth it for Coolio. Shit.
Yeah. Fantastic Voyage. I like his happy shit. I like his West Coast. Yeah.
That shit is so dope.
I like
bro.
his happy shit.
Dude, Coolio was the man. Oh, this isn't even the video. Get out of here with that shit. Here it is. Oh, and it says clean, though.
Gotta be West Coast.
Coolio, rip. My man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man, we're losing them, man.
Yep.
We are losing them, guys. If I die,
And
I ain't got much to leave behind like that. But hey, man, if I die,
hey, excuse me, sir. We'll have the Deck One Dealt podcast.
we'll have the Deck One Dealt podcast.
That's our.
Fuck
That is.
yeah.
This is our legacy.
Man. If
I'll
I
have you-
die, just know I'll be up there with Coolio, so we'll be good.
I'll be down there with Coolio.
No, fuck that, man. Coolio went to heaven, bro. You kidding me? Coolio's got the angel wings.
Maybe, but he spent most of his life living in the gangsta's paradise. So
Yeah, it don't mean nothing, man.
it don't.
Even Tupac talked about, you know what I mean?
Come on,
you
man.
know,
We all
even
know
thugs cry too.
We all know Tupac went straight to hell, man. Come on.
Nah, man. Gangsters go to heaven.
I just think it's a funny thing to say. Like, just say people went to hell. Like, people will get offended probably. Like, no matter. Like, you just no, man. He definitely went to hell.
Gangsters go to heaven, dog.
All right.
What were you know what? This is what I was going to talk about. We're in the month of October, guys.
Finally,
Right?
it's the spooky season.
We're in spooky season, and everybody loves this. I mean, what more do you want? What more do you want right now?
I don't want nothing.
Being a juggalo, being into this kind of horror music and shit like that. What more do you want than being in fucking October, the Halloween kind of feel going on? You know what I mean?
I do.
I don't know people down south. I don't know what kind of fall or autumn you get or what the Halloween season is like down here. But up here in Ohio, in the Midwest, fall's a big thing. October's a big thing. It's the changing of the seasons, and it's a big
It's the season
thing.
of the pumpkin.
Season of a pumpkin. Okay, so I gotta recommend to you guys out there who play video games. Okay, most people going on about movies.
Wait, this is Carver's video game rec.
Yeah, here's a
rec
little
section.
side section right now. Segment. Most people go on about when October hits, you get all your fucking you get all your movie YouTubers going out and they go, "Oh man, all month long it's all horror movies."
Yeah.
Okay. Good for you. Fucking have your horror movies, but I'm into games, man. I like horror games, okay? And that's what I'm here to fucking tell you right now. There's some gems out there that some of you may have never played or even heard of.
Now, me, I don't like horror games.
Keezie doesn't like horror games.
I'm scared of them, literally.
Scared of him. He shakes in his boots.
I do.
Pees himself, probably.
Literally.
I don't know what he does.
I would watch someone play all the Resident Evil straight through, but I would not play it.
He probably jumps in the bed. He probably goes and runs into the room with his daughters
Yeah.
when a scary game
I'm
gets
saying,
put on.
hey, kids, come watch Daddy play or else I'll get too scared.
Probably scared.
I can't be alone, kids. Hang with me.
You know what? But I ain't even gonna lie. When I'm playing a scary game, I at least want a cat or something in the room.
Yeah, I
like
feel it.
something,
feel
like
that.
something else that's alive. Like, please don't let me be by myself.
Bro, I tried to play Resident Evil 7 VR.
Yeah.
That scared the living shit out
Oh, I
of me.
bet.
I couldn't do it.
I bet.
I played like
Resident Evil.
20 minutes of it. I was like, yeah, I'm good. By the way, that's as much as any Resident Evil I've ever played.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it, huh?
That's
Huh.
it.
Well, of course, Resident Evil would probably be on the top of a lot of people's horror game list. There's shit like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, and those are obviously, big time. Those would be the, big budget movies of games, right?
About the scariest shit I play is like Days Gone.
Days Gone, yeah. You got some zombie games. You
It's
got
like that one to me isn't as scary though because it's not like it's not forcing me. It's an open world, so I'm not like forced into a scary area very much. You could kind of like run away.
yeah.
You know, I'm not like just forced head on to fight a huge annoying battle that like that I have no hope in actually winning.
My brother's playing Days Gone too. I
an
played a
amazing
little
game.
bit of it. It's actually seems pretty fucking cool.
It's fantastic. If you love Red Dead, bro, you should play it.
Manhunt, yes.
Manhunt. We were just
Fucking
talking. Me and Carver were just talking about that.
Manhunt is a absolutely fucking amazing game. I love Manhunt. You can get it on PS4. They did an upscale version of it. It's not like a full remaster, but you can get it on PS4 and it looks a lot better. And yeah,
Dope.
So boom, Manhunt. But what I'm here today, if you got that ready,
Yes.
is I'm going to show you a little tidbit that a lot of people may not know. So Limbo and Inside, you're probably seeing it backwards. I don't know.
No, that's it.
Limbo and Inside are two very creepy atmospheric games. that if you guys are into gaming, if you guys are into indie gaming, especially indie gaming, Limbo, the studio that created Limbo is a huge part of why the indie gaming community and indie gaming resurgence, or the indie gaming love has gotten so big.
The indie gaming boom.
Yeah.
Like Super Meat Boy, Limbo.
Limbo came out. I mean, it's been a good decade since Limbo has come out. It's been over a decade.
Oh yeah.
Since Limbo's come out, and that was an extremely atmospheric, creepy game, extremely weird story. Great. I mean, I just love this game, and it's a pick up and play. You don't have to invest a lot into this.
It's a side-scrolling story-based game.
It's a side-scrolling story-based,
but it's mostly puzzles.
It's puzzles, but you don't get story dumps. You don't get a lot of characters dumping story and shit on you, and it's told very subtly.
Yes,
through the world.
Very simple too.
Very simple.
The whole game is black,
game.
white, and gray.
But if you slap some headphones on, guys.
Yeah.
Play this game, slap some headphones on. The sound design is absolutely amazing. Fucking great sound design. If you love sound, if you love sound effects, if you love, just being in being in this atmosphere, you're going to love this game.
So you play as a little boy who's looking for a sister, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And he's going through this just dark, dreary, scary world. And he's just a black shadow with white eyes, and the whole world is very. There's literally no color in the game.
Yeah. So my point for this segment is not to shine light on the big top AAA games.
Which, by the way, you can get this on your phone.
Yeah.
For $5.
Yes.
Worth every fucking penny, man. I bought this back on Xbox 360 arcade for $10 and loved it, dude.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of it.
It's deep.
It's very deep.
This shit goes deep, man.
Yes.
And if you're a thinkings man gamer, if you like to actually think and shit, this is going to make you think. There's some crazy puzzles in this game.
And I like it too because when I play games, I would much prefer a puzzle, figure it out kind of game rather than action. Oh, I got to hit a bunch of different buttons all the time, like Control. You know what I mean?
This is a very simple game. Pick it up and play. All you got to do is press forward and backwards and jump. I mean, there's not much other to this, but it's still extremely deep.
Yeah, I agree.
Still, the puzzles are very deep.
There's a reason this game is still regarded as so good. It's I mean, it was a feat at the time, but it stands the test of time due to its simplicity. I think kind of like Minecraft.
And it lets you, you know what I mean, and it doesn't throw you into the crazy, spooky shit. It puts on you very subtly, and it's a pretty good game. Now, this developer made another game called Inside, and in my opinion, Inside is even better. Inside is even better. It's not a sequel. It's not a follow-up to Limbo. They're two completely.
It's just the next game that they made,
They're
right?
two completely separate games, but Inside is.
It plays similarly.
It plays very similar, but Inside is even deeper. It goes deeper. It goes even more into this creepy atmosphere. So, for anybody that is looking for a spooky atmosphere, just getting engulfed and getting just sucked into a world of creepiness. And you don't have to invest a lot of time into. I mean, you can beat these games in a lot. Some people can beat these games in one sitting.
I think Limbo is probably maybe. I mean, if you put 10 hours into it, that's probably fair, right?
Yeah.
Maybe 15 if you really
I wouldn't
get
even,
stuck.
I wouldn't even go that far.
Really?
No, not even 10. 5.
It's been a while since I played
5
it.
hours.
Okay.
You can beat these games in 5 hours.
I mean, I beat all of the Spider-Man Miles Morales campaign in one setting before. New Game Plus. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, it's possible. You're right.
And Inside is even creepier, man. I'm telling you, there's sections of Inside that really, truly creep me to the core. Some of the gameplay. And it's a little more, the graphics are a little better. It's not just flat, black and white. This is actually slightly, you see some more 3D elements in this game. But I'm telling you, man, it is fucking freaky. I was actually playing it last night, showing my brother, and like he was like, "Damn, this shit is kind of crazy."
I'm gonna go finish Inside. I will genuinely play that. I just finished. I'm 100% done with Control. Like I washed my hands of it.
Another one, Control was creepy as fuck.
That game was creepy.
That's that's just almost to a AAA title. I'd say it's just below a AAA title.
I mean,
but Control is up there. It's fucking good.
Yeah. I won't get into it, but I will. Since I washed my hands of that, maybe I'll pick up Inside and back up and see if I can run through it.
You'll beat Inside in 2 days.
Yeah. Good.
Great game. I love that.
Yeah.
It'll stick with you too. The ending will stick with you. You'll be like, what the fuck was that? Like you will be like, what is this shit? You'll have your theory.
Cool.
You'll have your theories, but the endings of these games are very, very weird and cryptic.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
I have you ever played it's not scary, but it got me thinking like of a game that you might like. Have you ever played the Stanley Parable?
No.
You ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
You probably won't go pick it up or anything, but they just re-released it for the Switch. It was on Steam. It's a game where like you start out in like an office, first-person perspective.
Okay, so it's just released for the Switch.
Just released.
Oh, okay,
but it's been released for Steam for 10 years.
Okay, see, I didn't know anything about it on Steam.
But nevertheless, the reason I bring it up is because it's not scary, but it's one of those like really like eye-opening, almost like a Portal-esque kind of game. You know what I mean? It's not hard to play like Portal, but the story is wild like that.
Okay.
So some shit like that you might like, but I'm only recommending it because it's another like indie kind of like thinker, you know, in that
I
kind
love
of realm.
indie games. I fucking absolutely love
We've commiserated over The Messenger.
Yes, I love indie games, man. To me, they put the most heart and soul in a game. Yeah, you can have a AAA title with all these crazy mechanics and like, you know, obviously they're meant for addiction playing. They're meant for just, you know, continuous.
I'll be just as happy with a Shovel Knight, fucking Hollow Knight.
Yeah, man.
Messenger, you know.
I love old school shit. I love these old school style indie
Plus,
games.
you know what? I'm tired of games that just take too long to beat.
I know. Me too.
I want a game that I can like experience the story and be like, that was fucking dope.
Just
Last
like
of Us 2 took me like 24 hours to beat.
It's the same.
Not bad.
It's
for a AAA title,
it's the same way I feel with everything. It's the same way I feel with all of entertainment. When it comes to movies, when it comes to albums, songs, when it comes to games, give me something that is so especially well crafted that I can experience the full gamut of emotions and, you know, my reactions to it in a matter of just an hour.
Yeah.
2 hours, 3 hours, 4 games will take a little bit longer, so 5 hours. Something that I can beat in one day, sit down with in one day, and it lasts and stick with me.
I think Stray might even fall in that.
I've been playing Stray, and I haven't beat it yet, but
it's a pretty short one.
Yeah, Stray. You're a cat running around a fucking cyber. What do they call it? Cyberpunk world. Yes. Fucking cool fucking game. I mean,
we did get away from the horror element. I'm sorry.
Yes.
We started just talking about. We don't talk about games that often here. So, and that's me and Carver play a lot of fucking games. So, if we, you know, all juggalo shit aside, like that's a lot of our time is
I love games,
gaming, man.
Yes.
We talk about games. We collect games. We play a lot of fucking games.
I collect games. I just modded my PS2 so I could rip PS2 games onto my PS2.
Hell yeah, dude.
I've got some more games coming for the rest of this month. I'm gonna for each show this month. I'm gonna.
So what's this cost?
This I'm not sure what this costs.
Like $20.
I
maybe?
really don't know. When I bought it, it was like $20, but I don't know. It could be. I haven't looked it up, so I have no clue what this costs.
That's a dope one, man. I would get that.
But I'm sure you can download both of these games on the PS4 or PS5 somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So these are great games. Check them out. Limbo and Inside, great games.
I know they were both on Xbox Game Pass, and they might still be too. So check those out, man. Very dope recommendation. Limbo, I like I said, it's been a decade since I played it, but it did stick with me. I do remember really loving it.
It's hard to forget.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
hard
recommend
to
it
forget
enough.
this shit. Same with Inside. It's hard to forget.
Somebody asked for your fucking PlayStation name if you're interested in giving that out.
My PlayStation name is Avion Ether. It's a very weird spelling. It's AVYONEETHER. Keezer.
All one word.
All one word.
Dope. Mine's Special Keezie. I'm on PlayStation. I don't really fuck with Xbox and shit, but hit me up. Special Keezie, Avion, Ether. We'll play with you.
Yeah, I'm down.
I mainly am into, by the way, for what it's worth, I almost exclusively play single-player campaign
me
games.
too.
I don't really fuck with online that much unless there's like a couple of my boys playing Power Washing Simulator or something. You know,
if somebody hits me up and says, "Hey, I got this game, check it out," and it's online and like I like it, you know, that could happen. But again, I'm a big single-player gamer. So
you know what? Speaking of Halloween games, I bought and played the Evil Dead game.
Oh, the newest one?
Yeah, I bought that.
I want to try that.
I went and bought it the day it came out because my homeboys were playing it. Shout out Scott and Brandon, Liz and them. They all bought it. And we played it a couple times, but man, that game is hard as fuck.
It's hard?
It is so fucking hard.
See, I don't mind hard games, but man, if it's too hard.
It was too hard. It was
too hard.
It was like, if you're not familiar, it was an asymmetrical multiplayer. One of those ones where like it's 4 of you versus 1 enemy.
Okay.
Like Dead by Daylight or Jason, Friday the 13th. The Killer Clowns game is going to be like that. Which, by the way, I'm tired of this fucking genre. I'm tired of it.
Of the
asymmetrical shit.
What is that the Killer Clowns game?
Yeah.
It's asymmetrical
Yep.
like that? Oh, man. I was hoping it was like at least like that Friday the 13th game.
That's asymmetrical too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 1 enemy versus a bunch of people.
Oh, see, I'm thinking you're talking about camera angles.
No, not camera angles.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
all
yeah.
Evil Dead is third person, like those.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna play one of those games, play Dead by Daylight. Evil Dead was way too fucking hard. We never once completed like the mission.
Why is it so fucking hard?
I don't know, man. I don't know if we're just doing something wrong, but I'll tell you this too. It has a single player mode on there too, and it's way too fucking hard. Hordes of fucking enemies coming at you constantly, and what sucks about the single player on Evil Dead, you can't even fucking it doesn't even save like your spot unless you beat the whole fucking like level. So I'll get 10, 15, 20 minutes in. I'm like fighting the hordes, getting the thing, taking it to the thing, fighting more hordes, getting the thing. And you die, and you have to start all back over. It's tight that you get to start in the Evil Dead house and like experience that world, and you're Ash, and that's all cool. But man, that fucking game is so goddamn hard. I haven't even revisited it in like a month because it's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
If y'all are good at that, hit me up because I'll play with you, but I won't be very much help.
Dead by Light engine, Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, that
Somebody
shit
said
is
they
tight.
already added me. Well, I'll tell you what, man. I don't get on PS4 a lot. I've been playing PS2 games. I modded a PS2, and I've just been playing a lot of PS2 games. I play a lot on my PC as well. But I mean, I'll jump on PS4. If you guys added me, I'll jump on there and I'll see what's going on. If you guys got some games, recommend me some shit. If they're not too expensive, I'll buy them and maybe we can play them online and see what's up.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, that Killer Clowns game I was kind of excited for. I wanted to see it.
I could be wrong. Let me pull it up.
I don't hate the idea. I know what you're talking about because they are making those games. You know.
Yeah. That's like
Friday,
a popular genre right
Predator, Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Let's put these, just what you said, Evil Dead, I got an Evil Dead 1-player game for PS2.
I remember those.
Boomstick.
Yeah, those were sweet.
Yeah, they were pretty fun.
Those were cool.
Yeah.
They were cheap too. When they first came out, they were even like $20 or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought I was getting. And like, just to find out it's an exclusive multiplayer, I was like, that's why I was like, okay, I'll play the single player shit at least.
Yeah.
Single player shit's just too hard. Just too hard.
All right, Justin, man, he says he's got to go hit up Joan Fabric right now.
Joanne Fabric for what?
Joanne Fabric. Hey, get you some. There's probably some crazy Halloween decorations there, man.
Dude, actually,
Don't spend too much. Don't go broke,
bro. I actually love Joanne Fabric.
I love any type of.
It's a great craft store.
I love any type of craft store, man.
Yeah,
When I go in there, I feel at home.
Make sure when you go to Joanne Fabric, download the Joanne app. Their coupons on there are insane, like 60% off your order and shit.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding, Justin Manny. Download the Joanne app. I know this because me and my daughter have been making a fursuit head, which, by the way, I should show you.
Yeah, show me. What the
It's
fuck?
dope, bro. But we've been making a fursuit head, and we're to the point where we're ready to go get like fabric and shit. So
I could probably help you out. I've made puppets
I
in
know
the past.
you would actually really like what we've done. I'm impressed by it. But my point is, We've been hitting up Joanne Fabric. I got so much cool shit, and you gotta hit that app, man. Hit that fucking app for Joanne Fabric. By the way, another funny comedian has a funny Joanne Fabric bit. His name is
Joanne Fabric bit.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on his name. I'm sorry. Who cares?
Justin Manny says he's got it.
Okay,
I literally
good.
have the app.
Good. You have to. You have to have the app. If you're going to Joanne, you have to have it. I much prefer Joanne to Hobby Lobby because Hobby Lobby, first of all, they're Christian fundamentalists. Fuck off.
You know what though? Hobby Lobby has better tools for drawing.
They probably do.
They do.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I go to Hobby Lobby for all my drawing essentials.
Okay, you might be right.
They're better. They have a little more selection than Joanne.
Okay, all right.
So.
You might be right. I haven't gone there for drawing essentials, so you might be right. I was trying to look for gameplay on this Killer Clown shit, but I couldn't find really shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, Killer Clowns. I mean,
I think that's a Juggalo game if I've ever heard one. But
looks
dude,
great.
give me a single player Killer Clowns game that's just like going through the movie.
Yeah.
I would have pre-ordered that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Me
kidding.
Too. Me too.
That sounds fucking dope.
I got the fucking steelbook of Killer Clowns.
Dude, Killer Clowns is a fucking Juggalo classic.
Yeah, when the steelbook came out, I bought that shit.
All right, man. We've been fucking off for a long time. We're an hour 12 in. You want to get to the album?
Yeah, let's do it.
I do got to take another piss. I'm sorry. Are you going to be able to hold it down for a second?
We're good.
Okay. All right. Let me switch it over. Let's go.
Go take you a piss, man.
Justin Manny said, "Do you have Grindr on your Xbox?" I don't know what Grindr. Oh, you talking about the gay app? I wouldn't have that on my Xbox. I have that on my phone, of course, but not on my Xbox. All right.
Go break the seal.
I will. All right, let me pull up the album and start the intro. I'll be done before the intro is done. Hold on, this shit ain't loading, of course. We're this week.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Yeah, please.
While you're gone, I'm gonna show us something.
All right, here goes. Be right back.
I'm gonna big up you while you're gone. Okay, so check this out. While this intro is playing, I'm gonna show you something. Look what Mr. Keezie himself was able to do with the 3D printer. We have a camera angle to zoom in on this, but he's not here, so check this out.
Rejoice, my children. The stage is from waning to waxing, from full to present. The moon's glow is upon us with delight, each and all of you, of this wonderful cult of night.
So what that is he created a 3D. He's trying to go through and create templates for all our cartoon nightmares to print 3D printer shit. But he's got slots on the back for magnets. So he wanted to create magnets, basically, is what he wanted to do. So this was a trial. This is not even the best one yet. He's going to perfect it and make it a little bit better, make the colors better, make it come out a little bit sharper. I don't know if you want to switch to the camera angle that we have set up for this.
Sure, yeah, we might as well. That's this one here.
Well, we have the 3D. He's got the 3D printer stuff going on. So.
That's cool. I posted when it was printing. I posted a picture in the Discord. Yeah, it's a little washed out, but it's purple, white, and black. I put the D1D logo on the back and spots for magnets. The one here on the hand, up here, does have the magnets in the back and shit, and it's a little bigger and the quality is better. So I'm working on it. We're gonna have some cool little custom made shit like that. I'm gonna make actual Joker's cards as well. Those are coming. I don't know if I'm gonna sell them or just give them away. I mean, I don't know. What do y'all think? I would sell them, but I don't know how many people could really even give a fuck about those. It's cool. But those magnets on the back are very powerful to hold your shit on the fridge. You know, I thought it would be cool to have a few of them just to have on the fridge. You know, it would look dope. So we'll keep. I'm just fucking around. You know, making weird, cool shit.
If we get some shit made up, we'll do some giveaways.
Absolutely, man. How'd you get it with the color layers? Now, some printers can print multiple colors. I don't have one. Mine only prints one color, but I can set it to where it'll pause at a certain layer. So you got to see what layer it's at when you need it to pause, and then you got to come down and pull out the filament, put the new one in, and then it just prints on top for a couple layers, and then pause again, pull it out, put the new one in, prints on top again for a couple layers. So there's how, if you get you a 3D printer and want to figure out how to do that, that's what you got to do. And that's all done in the software.
Well, we've had these. He's printed these a while back.
I have a bigger Ringmaster one. I think it's broken. I got to glue it. But yeah, that one's pretty small. That was one of the first ones. The Carnival one is the first one I made. But yeah, I'm gonna make all kinds of these, man. If I can get to the point where like I got them looking good enough and I got the method down, I'm gonna start throwing them on Etsy or some shit.
Yeah.
You know? We'll see what we can do.
Well,
If people want some ICP magnets, man, I mean, they're cool.
This Mojo, I mean, it's fucking sweet, man. I like it a lot. I just want to get that Wraith one done, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You mean the Wraith Cartoon Nightmare?
Yeah, the Cartoon Nightmare Wraith, yeah.
We didn't talk about Gospel, that last song.
I like the song.
Let me go back to it.
I'll
just
go
real
back.
quick.
I don't have much to say about Gospel. It's all right. It sounds good, but I don't know what the fuck, Jamie especially, what the fuck is he saying in his verse?
So I can give some context to this because I was listening to it and I'm with you. I texted you the playlist and we were talking about it yesterday. And after you said, what the fuck's he talking about? I went back and listened to this song like 10 more times. And I tried to make sense of it. I even pulled up genius.com and looked at the lyrics. The man who put the lyrics, his name is Marvel Man, okay? He put the lyrics the day the album posted. They were all kinds of fucked up and wrong and just not even close. Not hating Marvel Man. Marvel Man, we appreciate your contribution, but bro, it was bad.
That just proves you didn't know what the fuck he was saying.
Exactly. And it was so bad that I had to log into my Genius account and I actually submitted corrections. If you go to genius.com and look at Gospel, you'll see me on there and my corrections. Because it was like easy shit too. He was like, he says the word likable and Marvel Man put like a bowl.
What?
It didn't even make any fucking sense. A lot of the lyrics were like that. And I corrected probably like 6 lines of just Jamie's verse. Marvel Man messaged me like, thanks for doing that. Can you do Monoxide's verse?
Thanks for doing
And I said, maybe. But Monoxide's verse is so weird, I literally couldn't even figure it out.
Monoxide's verse I actually like better.
No, it's dope, but I don't know what the fuck he's saying or talking about. Listen.
I'm dirty like a brothel.
Got the blueprint of green, got to predict the gospel. That's tight. I like that line.
They're like being okay.
I like how he's rapping.
I like the sound of Monoxide's verse better.
Yeah, he's just like grooving. Like
grooving and sounds great.
The blue by bled, the do by bed, the do by dead.
Jamie's verse is like too. I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah,
I think I understand Monoxide's a little bit better.
They're talking about the industry.
It's like I get it. Okay, so they're dropping gospel on the industry.
Yes.
What does this have to do with Halloween?
Nothing. That said, it has nothing to do with Halloween, but I think this is a good, for lack of a better term, like clowny kicker for this album.
Okay.
I think it's a decent pick for this spot, but as far as thematically, I think it's bad. Thematically, it shouldn't be on this album at all. I think the beat and the vibe is a little Halloween-y. I would like to know who did the production on this. Was it 7?
I don't know.
I tried to look it up. I could not figure it out. So if any Juggalo knows who did the production on this album, let me know. It's not on Discord or Discogs.
I like the song though.
I would bump this song. I genuinely like it.
This is one of my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah.
It's just a brain tickling song, you know.
That being said,
this song is fucking sweet, dude.
I don't know. I don't like this one.
I love this song. This song might be my favorite one on here.
Really?
This song fits the theme, and it just sounds cool.
I'll just say this. One of the things about this album, and maybe just new Twiztid period, is their hooks especially, like,
They're not trying on them.
I don't know if they're not trying, they're just not memorable, and they're not, like, you can't sing along with them.
This one you can't. I got 1031 in my blood. That shit's tight, bro. Saying I got 1031 in my blood, that line alone is tight. You can make the argument. Oh, the horror is on this song, by the way. That's the other voices you hear. I love how the hook sounds like the 31 in my blood. Like that. That shit is tight. I like.
What about the verses?
They're boring.
Exactly.
But I'm talking about just the sound. Like, I could put this on and like vibe to it. I think this is a dope, like, Halloween song. Genuinely. Like that. I like that shit. I don't know. There's something about that that's speaking to me. Listen to that beat. Listen to that. That shit is so fucking sweet, too. The production of the shit is on point.
Yeah, I mean,
listen to this shit right here.
I'm not going to like.
Gets me hot. Who is that?
I don't have issues with a lot. I don't have really any issues with a lot of the production. The mixing and mastering, production on this album is really, really, really good.
Yes.
I think the main thing that I didn't like about this album is just there was a lot.
The content?
It was very boring to me.
The content of this
I don't know.
The content, like, as far as the words that they're saying throughout this whole album, is forgettable. But what's not forgettable to me, I think there are some very memorable hooks. To the opposite of your original point, I think there's some memorable hooks, and I think the beats are all like different enough per track to be like to stand out. Like, I listened to this album a lot over these past couple days, and I found myself like thinking of certain songs like when they weren't on, you know, like that to me tells me that they got in, you know. I like what Jamie's doing on this shit. I think this shit is all sounding really cool, man. I can't hate on this at all. This hook is tight. That shit is tight. Very Halloween-y.
This may not be the worst one on the album that I was thinking of.
I hope I could turn you around on this song at least, because I think this song is like one of the shining stars of this album. There's some, don't get me wrong, there's some pretty bad shit on this album. I will say, just for the record, I like this album. I genuinely like most of it. It's all doper than I expected. Let's put it like this. I've listened to the first two songs of Samhain albums a couple times. I don't remember a single fucking lyric or word or song off of either of them.
Yeah, I've never listened to the first two, so I don't know. This is all I'm going off is this one.
This song has Alazul on it, aka with Twiztid becomes the Venomous Five. I feel like one thing I've noticed is that and this kind of goes with what Monoxide's saying here. When they're on a track with Zool, like, they almost adopt it seems like they're adopting their persona. Zool's whole thing is that they're like, you know, demons from hell that only like exist to be fucking dark demonic entities and da da. You know what I mean? So when Twiztid's on the track with them, they kind of like, I feel like, this is just my opinion, obviously, but I feel like they're kind of like doing Zool.
Yeah,
but
I can see that.
But what Zool's doing is dope, so I can't hate on them for that. I like that they're doing that.
Yeah. Max says, I think My Head and Unclear are the standout tracks.
My Head is the next song. That's the most, to me, the most interesting. I can't say it's the best, but it's the most interesting song on this album.
That's the one I remember the most.
Yeah. It's a very strange
Yeah.
vibe. I mean, this song here, like, we could skip through it because there's nothing on this song that stand out. I keep forgetting this song even exists every time it plays.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna remember. Oh, what's your favorite song with Songs of Samhain 3? Terrified, No Fear. No one is saying that.
Yeah.
This song's boring as fuck.
It is.
I mean, it's not like a hate on Zool. They're fine on it, but the song itself is just boring. Let's skip through it. So my head, this has no business on the CD at all to me.
I mean, I already like the melody.
I love it. I think I like this song. I just think it has no business on a Halloween album.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck they talk about on this album, or this song, but it does sound cool. I'll give them that.
Haunted Head.
Okay.
And that's what it's all about.
This song's too happy to be on here, man.
I liked it. I like it though, man. I don't mind.
No, I do too.
It's not.
Oh, he does talk about Halloween. All right.
I mean, to me, this song fits. I mean, you're saying it doesn't fit because it sounds happy. I'm saying it fits because the content fits. I don't care if it sounds happy. Halloween to me is happy.
I feel that.
You know.
I feel that. All right. You could talk me into that. I like what he's doing here.
Oh.
This is a fucking pop song, though. Let's keep it real.
Oh, what's up, Humble Among? Humble Among is in the chat. I didn't know that. I didn't know he listened.
Yeah, what's up, Humble? Listen to this shit. This sounds like a fucking like Black Eyed Peas song or some shit, you know?
I mean,
I like it. I genuinely do like it.
it's in a major key, which means it's in like a happy key, like a it's probably in like an A or a G or a D or something, like a major.
D.
Like a D major, A major, something like that. It sounds happy. It's in a happy key, but I'm getting the feeling of a family era kind of sound with this shit. The way they're rapping.
I feel it.
You
Blaze,
know?
Blaze is using his Blaze voice.
Yeah. It's an inviting sound, which is what I like.
Yeah, this is a very like happy feeling song.
A lot of the shit that a lot of the sound that these guys try to do nowadays, they try to do these modern sounds, and it's very uninviting. It's like push you away type shit. It's like there's a thing there's a way to capture music to invite everybody in.
Okay. I feel
And
that.
when you can do that, I think it's great. I think ICP was one of the masters of that. Their old shit. And I think Twiztid can do it when they want to.
They're fucking killing it on this.
Yeah.
I think. This is a standout track on this album for sure. I mean, this song would go on a playlist of like songs I really like.
I like the sound. I like the melody. I like the hoppiness, the bounciness to it. It's a good sound. It's a good feeling.
I know, man.
And it's about Halloween and shit, you know?
I need to know who did the fucking production on this album. God damn. Give me that. Somebody show me the fucking booklet or something. Is there a book? I mean, the booklet, they sold a CD, so there's got to be a booklet. It's not on Discogs, man. God. Somebody fucking post that shit. Like it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good shit, man. I can't hate this. Every time feels like the end.
All right, next song, Curse of the Jack-O-Lantern.
This is one I would hope to have high stand. You know, this has high hopes for me.
Yeah, I like this song. I think this is one of the better ones on here too. I didn't quite listen to it enough to follow the story, to be honest, but I do like everything I'm hearing on it.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. Monoxide's vibing.
Yeah, man. I can't say I dislike Monoxide. Most of Monoxide. I mean,
He's a great rapper. You can't knock it.
I think Monoxide holds it down better than, like, consistently better than Jamie.
Yeah. He's more consistent. I'd agree
He's
with
more
that.
consistent with, like, sticking to topics, making understandable raps.
Here we go. Let's see. We got some production on here. Who the fuck is Jonathan Colt Hillhouse? These are just people that are on the track, I think. That's not the production.
I mean, I like this. I like this verse.
ROC.
I think it's kind of funny.
I mean, ROC to me always sounds like he's trying way too hard and not doing what he wants to do.
I mean, this is all right. This is pretty cool. This has got a nice little vibe.
This is like if this was released as like Twiztid's Hollow Wicked single, you would love it. You
I
know,
think it would be dope.
I agree.
Pretty dope, yeah.
this song is the shit. It's got Boondocks on it here too. Coming up next, I think. Nope.
I remember when Boondocks, like me listening to this every time Boondocks came on, I was like, "That's Boondocks," and I was like, "I don't care." I'm sorry, Boondocks.
Let's get the Boondocks on it.
I'm sorry, Boondocks. But there was no verse you did that I cared about.
Dude, like, Boondocks is always just okay. Like, he gets the job done. It's like fucking Buckshot. He's getting the job done. He's okay. But he really ain't hanging next to fucking Jamie and Paul. Let's keep it real. Like, he's all right. He's fine. I listened to Boondocks' Blood, All Blood Everywhere, or whatever the fuck his new album was. It's the same. It's just fine.
It's almost like he
Just keeps doing the same shit.
He's making money off of his family era name.
Yeah. Because he keeps making the same song over and over. Every track is the same song.
Yeah.
He's a wicked scarecrow. We get it.
He's
Like,
wicked. He's from the South. He's wicked and he's a scarecrow.
yeah. All right, moving on. Nursery Rhyme from a Luminescent Time. So this song's got 13 tracks, and it's got an intro and this interlude. So it's really got 11 tracks on it.
First time hearing this album, guys? Well, I mean, when did this come out?
Friday.
Friday, okay.
September 30th, yeah. Yeah, give it a shot. I mean, I think it's well worth every Juggalo's time, truly.
There's some decent songs on here. I actually do like.
I think most Juggalos will get something out of this, for sure.
I will say some of it I was bored about. There was some boring valleys in this listen.
Yeah, there's a few of them.
But then there was some peaks that I went, okay, that's pretty cool. Like I said, the reference I said earlier to him, I think off air, is it reminded me of like you're hanging out with your friend. And your friend is constantly, like, the whole time you're hanging out with your friend's looking at his phone. He's down looking at his phone. And then every now and then he pops up and looks and says something funny or something cool.
That's this album.
That is this album.
Yeah.
Like, you're hanging out with your friend, you're like, hey, man, what do you want to do? And they're just looking at their phone like, yeah, I don't know. Oh, man, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you're like, oh, yeah. And then they go back down to their phone.
Here's a couple flubs I think they made on this album. Number one, they have a song called Unclear and another song called Unreal. 2 tracks away from each other. 3 tracks. No one's ever going to remember Unclear versus Unreal or which one is which. No one will. Especially since, like, they're not saying, like, unclear and, like, it's not like it's obvious. It's just a bad choice. Just throwing that. And the next song is called P3.1. Yet again, a bad choice.
Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all. Like, what are you doing? We're in the era of singles.
Yeah.
We're not in the era of, like,
being weird and creepy and like getting your name out by having a strange title. That shit ain't cutting it anymore. You gotta be fucking a little more than unclear about your fucking title track. This song is kind of boring to me. I mean, let me rephrase it. It's very boring. Don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about this song.
Yeah.
Was
Boring.
this one of the songs?
Song is fucking boring.
Somebody mentioned this song or the other one earlier. I literally can't remember.
This song just makes me want to.
Let's get high and just fuck.
Yeah. I'd much rather listen to that. This song is more representative of what Twiztid is doing these days.
If somebody put this song on and said, "Hey man, I want you to listen to the song. It's great," I'd be like,
You stupid ass.
Yeah. It's just okay. I'm moving on. Now, this song P 3.1,
This is one of the more interesting tracks on this album too, for the simple amount of people that are on it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people on this track.
"Insane E,
That dude fucking spits on this song.
best name ever."
That is. I don't even know who the fuck Insane E is. I like the song though. I ain't gonna front.
Tuning in from Joanne Fabrics, the majority of the store is 25%.
Dope. Hell yeah, dude. Get you some shit.
Oh man, hey man, go up to the man, just see if you can put us on the loudspeaker.
Yeah.
Joanne Fabrics, baby. You
I'll
know
do
we're
it.
representing.
I'll do an announcement like, welcome everyone to Joanne Fabric. Everything is 25% off. Get your fur and or art accessories.
And
right now.
for you podcasters out there, go head over to the fabric section and get your green screens 25% off. Please, baby, we're Halloween. We're going to do it. We're doing it live, baby.
We are your Halloween headquarters. Joanne Fabric.
Carver, do you like the album more than ICP's EPs this year? What EPs are you talking about? The seeds? The seed?
Oh, by the way, this is Cody Manson. Who the fuck is he?
Isn't he on tour with them right now?
I think so. He spits on this song, though. I like him.
he's decent. He's not bad.
He's got a lisp, which is annoying, but
Yeah. I think I'm more interested in any ICP album that comes out more than this.
oh yeah.
And that may be, that's arguable that I'm an ICP simp and I'm just going like, oh man, the hype of ICP is more than anything Twiztid puts out. That may be. But I will say anything that ICP puts out, I'm more prone to be observant to, react to. I want to understand it more than anything Twiztid puts out. I don't know. I mean, that may be because I'm a simp. Take it for what you will. That maybe ICP actually does put a little more effort into their lore. I don't know.
Let's just keep put it simple. They just speak to you more. They speak to your soul more.
They speak a little more to my soul. Even if it's simpler, even if they're simpler and they're not as good rappers, it doesn't fucking matter. I don't care that much about your rap skill. I want to know what you're speaking to my soul more.
It's the frequency they're on.
Yes.
Oh, I think. Is this Insane E?
I don't know, but this song wasn't
Hold
bad.
on, wait. No, that's Buckshot.
Yeah, I don't mind this track.
Buckshot, he's rapping like he does all the time.
Yeah.
He's rapping like he does. This is how Buckshot raps all the songs. And this is Buckshot. Y'all ain't gonna get nothing. This is how I rap. I'm rapping like him. Here is how I go.
I will say that when ICP put people on their track, they don't really. You can't really outshine ICP on their own track. You may rap better.
Yeah.
You may have a little more rap skill, but you're not gonna as far as the magic and the lore of the carnival, you're not outshining that.
Yeah, you're not gonna achieve the goal better than that.
And and to me, Twiztid just does that. They just put people on their track and it's just another track.
Yeah. I look at this as more of a cipher track.
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, when you have this many fucking people on the track, nobody's nobody's doing enough on their verse to be able to be like to be memorable. They're just on it to hear their fucking voice, you know?
Humble Monk said Cody is on LSP and is on tour with Twiztid. Yeah, I knew that. I looked at the tour and I saw he was on
LSP is like Class and shit, I think.
Scum. LSP was very popular at the gathering. People loved LSP. How long have LSP have been popular among the Juggalo world? I remember Claus from back in the day.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yeah, I remember he went on after us one day.
Oh, really?
The Gathering, me and Chris.
Nice.
We performed at the Gathering. Klaus was on right after.
He was definitely in that underground psychos, I'm sure.
I don't know much about that LSP, but I know we met. Did we meet him when we were trying to get backstage this year?
No, that was the Players Lounge crew.
Oh, that was Players. Okay. I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Juggalos. I'm kind of lost on a lot of the shit, but
Juggalo Rewind said that Insane E does a lot of the graphics and shirt designs, but he also raps. Okay. I think we talked over his verse, but I think he did spit on that song, from what I recall. If I'm thinking it's the right guy.
But Humble Among is right. ICP carry that carnival magic, and yes, they do. Even if the track isn't that great, there's still always some level of carnival magic to an ICP track.
Yeah, they rarely like phone it in.
Yeah.
At least when they're featuring.
Yeah, we can go all day on how Twiztid are better rappers. We can go all day on that. And yes, for the most part, as far as like technical ability, Twiztid are better rappers. But does that matter to me at 40 years old? No. I don't care how great of a rapper you are. It's what the feeling from your soul, it's where it's coming from that matters to me.
I feel it.
You know what I mean? Which is why, like, I can listen to one of the most insane choppers that's ever existed. You know?
Yeah.
Speed rap or something, you know, clocking in a certain amount of fucking syllables per second or whatever. It doesn't matter to me.
That's not skill. That's a different kind of skill.
That's a skill. It's a technical skill.
But yeah, it's not. If you can do that while telling a coherent and entertaining story, that's where you'd impress
and
me.
I think a lot of this shit on this album is that in between. It's that in between of that magic, that simple magic ICP brings to that insane skill.
It's a lot of just uninspired bars.
Yeah, exactly. There's bars here. There definitely is bars you can pick out. But most of them are very, like you said, very uninspired, very just blah bars.
Like this song fucking sucks.
Yes. This song sucks.
This is bad.
I would never I would skip the song every single fucking time.
It's not entertaining. It's not fun.
And I'm sorry if there's a juggler out here that likes this song. I'm sorry.
This is like most of what like Zool sounds like.
But to me, this shit is god awful horrible. And this is where this album doesn't get a high score for me. If they excluded these types of tracks on this album, it might have got a better feeling and score for me.
Sure. I feel that.
Because there are some good tracks on this, but this is so bad, I can't even fucking fuck with it.
Yeah, this song sucks balls. I'm skipping it. Oh, we're at the very end. Never mind.
I would rather listen to Bones.
Bones?
Jamie's solo project.
Oh,
Mr. Bones.
Yeah. I would too. 100%.
Give me Mr. Bones 100%.
I'm not kidding. I definitely would.
1000%.
For sure.
This song's all right.
It sounds cool already.
It's a big step up from the last one.
Yes. It's got an interesting beat at least.
Well, speaking of Mr. Bones, this almost reminds me of a House of Crazies.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's simple, but it's effective.
Yeah.
It is a very simple melody, but it is effective.
Yeah, I like it. He's got a good voice going.
Yeah.
Good vibe. Good flow. I can do without this hook.
This is one of the issues I had with this album is hooks. You said you do like a lot of the hooks.
Yeah, this one's not good though.
To me, a lot of the hooks were like this.
Yeah.
They're not horrible, but it's like it's sing along shit that you can't remember.
No, you're right.
I can't. It's sing along. You could sing along to this, but can you fucking remember it?
No, I don't even know what he's saying.
What was Twiztid and ICP known for back in the day? You could remember the hook.
Yeah, it was
You could sing with it. You could rap to it. It was chance.
off the first listen.
Off the very first listen, you could fucking remember.
Axe murderers, we don't
You
die.
can't remember these hooks, bro.
Got me a mic and a PA rhyme.
What's the
Crank
point
the
of a
jam.
fucking hook?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Now, don't get me wrong. I listen to rappers that just spit. There's no hooks, and I don't care about that.
Sure.
I just want to hear them spit because they're so good at rapping.
Yeah, yeah.
They're so good with the punchlines. They're so good with everything. They're just an all-around. They're good at everything. Give me that rapper. I don't give a fuck about a hook. But with shit like Twiztid and ICP, I want memorable hooks. I want something that they're going to use to draw me in.
I feel that.
They're going to make me feel what they're feeling. And this is okay. I mean, it's not a bad
like, what the
hook.
fuck are they even talking about on this song, in this hook, or anything?
It's not horrible. I'm not going to be like, this hook is trash.
It's just boring. Just
yeah,
boring.
but I don't care about it.
Yeah. There's Boondocks. All right, I'm moving on. This next song is House of Crazies, called Mother Witch.
Mother Witch. Now I do remember this. It may be just because it was the last song, and I was like, it stuck out to me.
Oh, there he started out on your. That must be the verse you were talking about. Hold on, listen how he starts out.
Now it's
Hold on,
not the
wait.
last song. It's Soggy Pumpkin's the last
Listen.
song.
Listen,
Yeah.
you're right. That is the last song. I thought it was an outro too. When he
This
first
did stick out to me though. This reminds me of a song we would have wrote back in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, we did the song "The Pact" where you said
October 31st, 1998.
Yes.
Or
I
is it
wrote a
funny?
line called October. Or I wrote a line. It's October 31st, 1998. When I heard this, when I heard his first line, I was like, "That reminds me of, you know,
We know
it's
you,
a good way."
Twiztid, we know you're ripping us off.
But no, you know what it tells me? It's a very it's a very common way to start a verse.
Effective.
An effective way to start a verse.
Yeah.
To a date and time.
Yeah. You're setting the stage. You're like, it's a
Yeah.
story about to hit you.
Yes. But to me, he didn't tell a story.
He didn't.
He created a date and time.
And then just said some creepy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this part's bad.
Yeah. I'm not going to say I rapped better than Jamie on the Pact, but I told a better story, I think. I set up
Oh,
a way
yeah.
better story.
Dude, the story we told there was like, I mean, that's on ICP level type shit. Not to suck our own dicks, but let's keep it real. Like, ain't nobody doing shit like that, really.
By the way, it's Halloween, and we have a song out we put out a few years ago called "The Pact," and it was especially made for Halloween time. So check it out, and it's based on a true story.
It's on our YouTube somewhere. On our videos.
I like this verse.
This is ROC.
Yeah, ROC. Blaze is Blaze on this song?
Nope.
He should have been.
Though they're telling some stories here, but it's some like, it's kind of hard to follow. Like,
Very hard to
I have a
follow.
hard time paying attention.
Very hard to follow.
Like, I don't care enough to like pay attention. But if I read the lyrics along with it, I'd probably appreciate it more. I'm sure. But
no.
yeah, this song's okay. It's a very laid back. Like, it's laid back in the same way that, Parasite Paradise, which we hated. It's laid back in the same kind of vein, but it's way less harsh. You know.
This song isn't awful to me.
No, this song's a chill,
I
like,
can
vibe.
listen to this.
I'm with you. I don't hate it.
Doesn't mean it's going to stick out to my head and be like, man, put that one on. But
Put
I
on
can-
Mother
I can,
Witch,
Yeah,
that's
I
my
can
shit.
listen to it.
Yeah, no, I'll never remember the name of the song.
And of course, and
After today, I'll probably never hear the song again.
and like always, I like Monoxide's verse the best. Just the sound of it. I don't know what it is about Monoxide, but he just puts more fucking soul into his shit.
It sounds more effortless, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's just natural.
Like Jamie does sound good, but it sounds like it sounds very.
but he's trying as hard as he can.
Yeah, like and it's good. It does come out good,
Yeah.
but you can hear the effort as to where Monoxide. It's like, man, it's
Yeah.
like just comes out flawlessly with no effort.
I feel it. I know.
I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, it's just I think it's a that shows I think maybe natural talent.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we're seeing come through.
All right. So next song is Soggy. Next and final song is
Soggy Pumpkin. I don't even remember this song. I've listened to it 7 times. I still
well, that
remember it.
just shows you what I remember. Mother Witch as the last song.
Yeah.
So this one, and I've listened to this album twice. I listened to it twice before this.
It sounds cool already. I do remember the song. It's all right. I don't know what the story they're telling.
It's one of those slow songs.
yeah.
Yeah, slow songs are harder to remember.
Yeah. Doesn't mean they're bad. It's just I don't know. It's not as fun, so it's kind of like I don't know.
They don't stick out as much.
I don't seek these kind of songs out personally. It definitely sounds like an outro track or something.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why you thought it was.
I think this goes on a little too long. I think a couple lines with this kind of shit would have been fine. But like he's dragging it on. And you can hear the auto correction. Auto
Oh, can you? I didn't know.
I can. Yeah, he's definitely got auto tune on this.
Interesting. Whoops. I meant to go forward and talk.
Very subtle auto tune, but auto tune is built into every program now. And you can hear it if you listen.
There's no monoxide on this? No monoxide. All right. I mean, that song.
Not bad. Soggy Pumpkin. I don't know what the
It's just
fucking that
boring.
means. Yeah, it's very boring.
Ugh.
Jamie doing Pink Floyd. Humble Among. What the fuck are you talking about? I want to know more.
Is that supposed to be Pink
What
Floyd?
the hell? Tell me what you're talking about. Was that Pink Floyd?
Do they have a song called Soggy
I have
Pumpkin?
no clue. No. Pink Floyd doesn't have a song
Or
called.
maybe he's saying he's doing like their style.
I don't know. Let me know what you're talking about, Humble Among, because anything with fucking Psychopathic or Twiztid or ICP mixed with Pink Floyd, I want to know. Because there is no mixture in those two.
They're just two completely different vibes.
They're way too different. Way too different. Now, Twiztid have covered Steve Miller Band with the Joker, and that was cool.
They did a good job. That was more of a happy song. Though.
Yeah.
It's a silly, happy song.
And they've covered some classic rock stuff, but Pink Floyd, man, I don't know if they can do that.
Yeah, they did People Are Strange.
They did, yeah, they did.
That
The
was
Doors.
okay.
They've done Steve Miller Band. They've done the Doors. Twiztid, get on doing something from Pink Floyd. We need to hear it.
That would be cool.
Humble Among is telling you right now, do it. Just the vibes I picked up. Yeah, I could see that. A little kind of laid back and chill. Yeah.
Overall, man, what do you think about this album?
We don't do ratings on here normally.
No, not normally.
I'm going to do a rating now.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a 3.5.
That's pretty good.
I'm 3.5 out of 5.
I'd say that's pretty fair.
It's 4 to me would be above boring.
Yeah.
3.5 is still kind of
I'm
boring.
going to say on that scale, I'm giving it just a 3. And I genuinely liked most of it. But, I mean,
Okay.
to say it's 3, I guess, that means I like most of it. But
I would give it a 3, but there are some very standout styles, techniques, and verses on here that I think are pretty good.
yeah, there's a few songs. I mean, my favorites, 1031, My Head, Curse of the Jack-o'-lantern, and Gospel, throwing that out there. I mean, that's almost half the album that I like, genuinely really like. There's some forgettable ones, but the rest it's not necessarily bad. There's one or two bad songs, I'd say, but the rest is pretty cool. Like, I'm happy to throw this on, like, in the background, like during Halloween season. I'll play a few Halloween albums. This will be in there. Fuck it.
Well, I'll tell you what would happen is I would put on the Halloween albums I really love, and this would just be in the cycle to fill time.
Sure. like if I were to make a playlist of my Halloween songs, I'd pick 3 or 4 of these songs to throw
Yeah.
on there. Which out of one album, that's not bad. You know. There's a few tracks that aren't Halloweeny enough to say I make this album. I don't understand what the theme is with Cult of Night. I don't know like if that was meant to be something more or if it was just a fun title.
To me, there is no theme.
Well, they have the interlude in the intro that
But I don't know.
they're
man.
trying to make one, I think, but it doesn't really. The songs don't tie in.
To me, what it tells to me is what they were able to do in the family era was create a cohesive album with everybody. They can't do anymore. They can't get all these rappers on the same fucking page to make a fucking album all the way through with a story and shit like that. And do they want to do that? That's another question. Do they even want to do that?
You know, I heard Roan put out a video. I think I've mentioned it a couple weeks ago, where he put out a video. Roan from Beneath Dirt put out a video talking about how Twiztid doesn't try unless it's like their album.
I mean, I understand that.
And that was kind of his. Did
Did ICP do that back in the day?
No, I don't think so. I think they tried on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you could make the argument, I guess, that supervillains.
They may have stopped at one. They may have stopped trying at a point,
Sure.
but they
Dark Lotus.
they did for a while there. They tried a lot.
Like what Roan's point was that like Twiztid just doesn't put their all into it unless it's their album. And this is more of a compilation type of album. I mean, they're the main named artists on it, you know. Like it's going in the Twiztid section on all these streaming platforms. But that said, it is more of a compilation, so I do give them a little bit of grace in that sense. I think they came with it for the most part on this album, and they didn't disappoint. They're still doing what they do best, and they're still doing a fucking pretty good job of it. But to Roan's point, I think they could have tried a little harder to make it a more like cohesive album if that's what they were going for. But
Now,
if this was just a compilation of scary-ish sounding songs, I think they accomplished that.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, if trying harder entails they have to be the forerunners of the album and like go to every rapper and say, this is what we want you to rap
Yeah.
about. You better do it or you're not on the album type of shit. Like they have to be the boss.
Yeah, are they doing that on this?
I don't think so.
It sounds like they're just like, throw a verse. We'll do it,
exactly.
you know?
They're just like, throw a verse. We'll throw together what we can.
Even the beats, I mean, some of them are amazing, but some of them are just like,
Yeah.
you know, okay, yeah, sure, we'll rap on that. We'll make something up to that.
And that might be Twiztid going, we don't want to do what Jay and Shaggy did, which was like they were strict. They wanted a certain fucking verse. They wanted a certain story.
You can make that argument.
They're just like, we're letting our rappers just be them.
It just it makes
But I think that creates an atmosphere of rappers just not trying that hard.
like an amateur.
Yeah.
Like, what's the difference to make you different than every other Tom,
Yeah.
Dick, and Harry making juggalo
Yeah.
songs? You
You
know?
have, in my opinion,
y'all are supposed to be y'all are supposed to set
Yeah.
the standard.
this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think you need some sort of a boss type figure in these type of situations.
To listen to it, be like, nah, y'all, like this is
Yes.
good, but it could be better.
Yeah.
Let's redo this shit on this song. Let's
Yeah.
rethink this.
Yeah, and
Have a
and
board
to me,
meeting.
that's Twiztid in this shit. They need to be like, this shit needs to be better.
It needs to be held to a higher standard.
You need it, but is that because are they letting these guys just put in fucking subpar verses because so they don't have to? You know, we don't. If they, they're putting this shit in, we don't really have to give a fuck. You know,
Maybe.
like it's really what you don't know. You don't know where where it is lacking. Truly, you don't know if it's them, if it's the other, if it's the rappers, if it's a mixture. Like
at a
where is
certain
it?
point, they're just settling.
Yeah.
During this process,
Everyone's just settling. Yes.
So yeah, and I think that's a great point you're making there. It does. I think it does come through, and it's obvious. But that said, like they do sound like they're trying on a lot of these. If you go back, like when you go back and listen to the Triple Threat album or the East Side Ninjas album, those albums are phoned the fuck in. This sounds way less phoned in than that. I'll admit that. I can't speak for the Songs of Samhain 1 or 2 because I've literally only listened to those like a couple times. I don't remember liking them much, but it'd be worth going back. That said, do you want to do? What do y'all think? Should we do Songs of Samhain 1 and then 2 for the next couple of weeks, or should we do 2 then 1? What do you think, man? What's your opinion?
I'm down to do both of them. I mean, I want to see what they sound like.
Yeah, me too. I think it'll be fun to kind of scrutinize them, and especially after listening to this one, which, from what I remember hearing of the other two, I like this one more than the other two.
I really hope they're not worse than it, or they're. Let's just say if they're worse than this, I really hope that's not the case. If they are,
It's gonna be rough.
yeah.
Yeah, I have a feeling it's not gonna be pretty, but I'm sure we'll find some gems. We'll see. Yeah. All right, man. You got anything else?
I think that's it.
I'm pulling up on. Whoa, we just passed the 2-hour mark. That's good timing, man. Make sure you go to deckwandel.com and buy some shirts and shit. We got all kinds of Cartoon Nightmare merch, Deck Wandel shirts. That's the best way to support the show. Tell your friends. If you have a Juggalo homie, say, hey, check out these Deck Wandel guys. They're pretty cool. Subscribe. That's a great way to help us out. We would love to get to 1,000 subscribers one of these days. I mean, most of our videos are unmonetizable, but one of these days we'll start making monetizable shit. So let's get us to 1,000 subscribers. Share, tell your homies, join the Discord. If there's any way you think you might be able to help out the show, help us out. We're looking for all the help we can get. So, we'll keep showing up as long as y'all keep coming here and listening. We will do some Esham albums eventually. We're going to be celebrating Halloween for October, so we're going to do these Samhain albums. We're going to be revisiting Carnival in a couple weeks for its 30th anniversary.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm hoping we can do the Wicked Woe album come Hallowicked time.
Fuck yeah. We got to do that one. You
That's the plan.
All right, no.
All right, man. We'll go ahead and hit end show. We'll shuffle the fuck up on out of here, all right?
And we will slide this one back into the deck.
All right. See y'all next time. Peace. See you next week. Forever.